See the numbers for Hayden. These teams ready to go. Crowd on their feet. It'll be Hayden and Crooks to jump it up, and here we go. The Cyhawk rivalry is underway, knocked out of bounds, and it will be Iowa State basketball.
One of the fun things to watch is how does an opponent of Audi Crooks defend Audi Crooks?
They bounce it into Crooks. One dribble to spin and the finish.
Interesting. Bill Fennelly, the coach for Iowa State, running a 4-5 pick and roll to start the game, involving his bigs in the on-ball screen, and Hayden gets stuck behind Crooks.
Feuerbach dancing inside, lays it in. Jan Jensen telling us before the game, she knows just a few shots go down for Kylie Feuerbach. She could really get unlocked. Nice move. The delivery from Williams in the finish. Jada Williams, the energy she brings on a daily basis, the way she's able to get downhill for Iowa State. Here's Hayden. Finding McCabe. Her three is good. Inbound. Beautifully done. And Brown lays it in as Williams delivers it. Here's Hayden going up and into Crooks. Couldn't finish it. Brown gets it ahead to Williams. Williams dumps it in. Crooks, the catch and the lay.
First of all, the way Audi Crooks ran the floor.
Stolke gets deep position, bodies in, and banks it home.
And Iowa likes to run the triangle offense, and sometimes it's Hayden who gets the touch in the post.
Cross court. Nice fake. Jackson's leaner. Too strong. Long rebound. Chit Chat comes up with it. Pull up from three. It's hit. A loquacious delivery from Chit Chat.
My favorite name.
Quick attack from Williams. Dipping in and laying it home. Jada Williams has shown that ability to get downhill already a few times in this first quarter. Here's Chit Chat. Pull-up jumper. She got it.
Again, Ryan, the drop coverage by Crooks. That mid-range jumper is going to be there.
Chit Chat right, a sophomore. Lob it into Crooks. The turn. Couldn't finish it. The follow. Chit Chat will fire again. Off the mark. Stolke got a piece, but it lands in the lap of Kenzie Hare for Iowa State. Couple of subs waiting at the table as Williams gives it up to Crooks. Normally plays in about 5-minute increments. Brown off to Williams, into Crooks. The turn, the fade, and the hit. The feathery touch. Hayden looking for Chit Chat. Hands it off to her. The pull-up jumper. That one's off. Stolke again got a piece. Nothing more. Out of bounds off of Stolke. Iowa State basketball when we come back. How about the start for Audi Crooks? What a fun start here for the Jimmy V Women's Classic as Brown connects. Beautiful set from Bill Fennelly and his staff out of the timeout, and Brown buries it.
Just a little on-ball screen on Stolke, and Brown gets the good look.
And Stolke finishes on the other end. Once she settles down, she too will get rolling with everyone else who has thus far for Iowa. And that is going to be an offensive foul. The game today, Jada Brown said she really has made everything go. Everything they're trying to do with the triangle offense, said Chit Chat is our most efficient player on both ends. And you could see it. She can play. They lob it in. Quick turn. Good footwork. And the finish from Layla Hayes. She said she's passed first, second, and third. Needed to be a little more aggressive. Crooks fading. Left that one short. Stolke comes down with a rebound. Out to McCabe. Stremlo. Getting it into Stolke. Shot clock at 10. Chit Chat working behind Stolke. Left alone. Going to take it this time. And that's why you could see it's not her initial thought, but very effective.
But it needs to be.
Reagan Wilson dumps it to the corner. Sydney Harris will drive it, can't lay it in. Harris, the putback is good. Right, using the hide and screen. 6 to shoot. Stokey gonna have to make it happen. Into the lane she goes, forcing it up and off. And that's gonna be a foul on Stokey. 1 point Iowa State lead. Lob it in. Crooks double, dishes, catch, fire. No for Jackson on the 3, and Hayden hugs the rebound.
That time Hayden was face guarding Audi Crooks, or fronting Audi Crooks. Help came from the backside. Crooks made the right pass out.
Hayden, what footwork, and drops it in. Beautiful move from Ada Hayden. Hayden, 8th in Division I, shooting 64% from the floor. Shot clock turned off. Jada Williams, step back 3. No good, took it a little early. Stokey gets it ahead. Chit-chat right with 2. Deerbach, you bet! At the buzzer! Iowa capitalizing on Williams taking that 3. Brent and Ann are in the building. Caitlin Clark's parents, Iowa legends themselves, here catching the action, supporting their Hawkeyes in enemy territory. The Des Moines residents.
Yes.
Such wonderful people. And you know what? Doesn't look like Papa Clark has his snack.
His marsupial pouch.
Here's Williams cutting through, lobbing up. Crooks the catch. Couldn't finish it. Hayden knocked it away. It stays alive with Iowa State. Crooks working Hayden. Those two battling. And that is going to be a jump ball as Hayden is fired up.
Not typical from the young sophomore.
And I think Crooks had an argument for a foul early in the possession with contact on the arm. Bear lobs it in. Brown, the spin. And that time gets a whistle. If that's Hayden, it is. It's going to be number 2 on Ava Hayden. And Jan Jensen's going to...
Let's talk about Addy Brown.
Yeah, you know, Bill Fennelly, who we always love catching up with. He's been such a wonderful coach now, 31 years here at Iowa State. But I really believe Addy Brown is going to be a good pro, a really good pro for a long time. And he used the comp with Bridget Carlton, right? Gives it up, Fierbach can't hit that one. Stokey the offensive rebound, right? Looking back at Jan Jensen. Here's Fierbach. The spin from Hayes, missed it. Williams the rebound. Here comes Jada Williams. Lob it in, Crooks. Trying to work Hayes. It does! Cuts the foul. '78 straight double-figure scoring game. By the way, they went to the monitor to look for an unobserved act. Came back with the correct call of
an unobserved non-act.
Dio's pull up, rims off. Stokey's tip is off. And the rebound to Brown.
Audi Crooks just calling for the basketball.
Juggled and had it ripped away by Dio. Here's Wright blasting up the floor. Dio can't quite catch up with it.
A nice defense to come poke it away, but when post players run the floor, you have to reward them.
Bill Fennelly talks about how great her hands are. As Crooks gets a breather, she'll check herself back in when she's good to go. Brown turns, and there you see Brown working the post.
Yeah, the versatility.
Under 5 to go in this first half. Fierbach tried to get it to Stramlo, taken away by Williams.
If you're going to cut back door, you have to commit to it. You can't go halfway and leave your passer out to dry like that.
Brown reverses into Crooks. Crooks fades away and hits.
And Iowa is trying to front Audi Crooks, and Stokey started the position that way, but Iowa State does such a good job.
Screen from Stokey. Right. Explodes inside and gets fouled.
And no surprise that that's where they go after the timeout.
Up LA Bowl, Boise State takes on Washington at 8 Eastern at SoFi Stadium. A reference to how Iowa State has been able to pull off lot of unexpected wins here thanks to the incredible crowd that they have. They're 202-9 at home versus non-conference teams in the regular season. As Crooks again finishes.
And you talk about a fingertip catch. She literally used the fingertips on her left hand to corral that basketball.
Chit Chat's floater is good, trying to do it herself, and has the last two possessions.
More Chit Chat, man. She has been a delight to watch play here today in person.
10 points for Chit Chat. First field goal of the quarter for Iowa. Williams cradles and cups it in. McCabe off to Feuerbach. 4-point Iowa State lead. Feuerbach travels. 8th turnover for Iowa. I know our audience has to be wondering, well, where does Chit Chat come from? So, of course, we had to ask Chit Chat, who was delightful, and she told us it actually came from, as that three is good for Sydney Harris, came from a pair of twins that she played with. There's Chit Chat. It's like making fun of how quiet she was, so they started calling her Chit Chat. It stuck. She was in elementary school, and from there forth, everybody except her grandma calls her Chit Chat.
I mean, one of the best nicknames in all of women's college basketball for sure.
And she is taken over for Iowa late in this quarter. Nice delivery inside. Trying to establish position. Could not. Brown, 7 to shoot. Looking to take Stolke. Brown spinning. Travels.
Jan Johnson over on the side was calling for a travel.
Now a little flex. That's right, Jan.
That might be the play call.
I'm sure it is. Good hands from Brown. Stolke gets back to it. Nice look from Stolke. And McCabe lays it in. A 7-0 Iowa run after they went 6+ minutes without scoring in the quarter. Little dip inside from Williams. No good. And now Iowa a chance to jump back in front. Stremlow gets it in. Houston kicks it out. Wright thought about it. Wright with 13 in the first half. Stolke bounces out. That jumper is good. The freshman guard. About a 12-second difference game in shot clock. A 9-0 run for Iowa. Fading away. Kenzie Hare with a big bucket. 4 seconds left. Right. Will she get it off? No. That'll do it for the first half. What an exciting opening half. Iowa shot nearly 50%. Iowa State did shoot 50%. Addy Brown a big half as well for Iowa State. 5 ties, 9 lead changes. The largest lead was Iowa by 4 for them at the end of the first. Iowa State built a 7-point lead with 2:44 left in the second before a big finish from Iowa. And a foul here, if that's hiding.
Hands have to be above your shoulders.
She has been Iowa's best player this season, and she's going to once again have to head to the bench to manage that foul trouble. Sat much of the second quarter in foul trouble. And now they're again here to begin the third. Not even 30 seconds into it. Williams can't reverse it in. Feuerbach the rebound. Gets it ahead. Here's Wright. Stolke sets the screen for Feuerbach. Stolke. Out to Wright, catch, fire, no. Stolke, the offensive rebound, flings it back out. McCabe around and off, and the rebound lands in the lap of Ariana Jackson. Crooks, one dribble, the footwork, the fade, short. Rebound gets kicked around. Crooks will dig it up.
Credit Kenzie Hare. She came from the opposite side of the floor to come in and keep that basketball alive.
She's had a couple of big hustle plays in this game. Williams dips in and finishes. Stolke and Feuerbach on the floor. McCabe, all part of those Iowa teams that went to the Final Four. in the national championship game as Iowa State brings in the rebound. Lob it in. Brown, easy finish, plus the foul, and a chance for three.
Addy Brown posting up inside, defense on both sides of her. Is that on Stolke?
Stolke, yes. For second. You know, Brown had a 41-point game in the first round of the Big 12 tournament last year against Arizona State. And we're seeing the full array of her ability.
She had a triple-double a couple of weeks ago against Norfolk State.
Right? Bounces in, Stolke fades, leaves it short. Rebound secured by Brown. Williams. Looking into Crooks, feeds her. Crooks dips inside and pumps it home. 16 for Audi Crooks, and Iowa needs a timeout. Tonight at 9 Eastern on ESPN, the ESPN app, and Disney+. A 6-0 start to the quarter for Iowa State, and right away McCabe.
She gets a nice look and hits it.
8 points for McCabe. Good diagramming from Jan Jensen and her staff. Brown high, rainbow delivery. McCabe, Hayden nuzzles in and finishes.
Really good job by Hayden there too, to get the space using her shoulder instead of using a dribble. I think she's worked on.
Yeah, she talked about that was an adjustment for her. Rebecca Jan Jensen, she doesn't like those post dribbling. Saw that famously with Monica Sonato a couple of years ago. As Williams buries the three. Hits a big one there. She has 8 assists to go with her 9 points. Stolke with a runway across her body, can't finish. Brown the rebound. 8th board for Brown. Lob it in. Crooks, easy legs.
Because Audi Crooks, if it gets there, she's going to catch and finish.
9 assists for Williams. Hayden gets fouled. 16 assists on 22 field goals made. Second in Division I in assists. UConn, the only team with more, because they are 1 of 5 for the game. Hayden missed them both. So Stolke an empty trip, Hayden an empty trip. And it's an 8-point Iowa State lead, their largest of the game. Crooks getting a breather. That three is good.
A nice action run this time by Iowa State. Hare with the 3. Audi Crooks standing up on the sideline right before checking herself back in, celebrating with her teammate.
Gets the breather, comes back to the floor. Crooks has 18 points, 5 rebounds, 22 minutes. Here's Chit-Chat. She's been the best source of offense in this game for Iowa. Stremlo looking for an angle, tried to dance her way in. She tries to match Crooks. Hayden trying to continue to front her. Crooks battling for the position. Hare out to Williams. Jada Williams, 9 assists in the game. Brown lobs it. Crooks catches. Can't finish. Got the whistle. Number 4 on Hayden, and right away, Audi Crooks. Audi Crooks held up before, saying, "Yep, number 4."
And like in basketball, oftentimes guards, their fatigue might come in sprinting up and down the floor, using quickness, going back and forth. For post players, it's that battling inside, especially when you're against a bigger, stronger player.
And hey, we talked about this post matchup with Crooks and Hayden.
No, Crooks is still playing drop coverage. Their guards have done a better job, so that mid-range shot isn't there.
Deal, trying to find some space, can't bank it in. Williams the rebound. Just 5 points in the quarter for Iowa. It came out hot in the first with 23. Took about 6.5 minutes to score it all in the second. And struggling again in the third. Williams fades away and plops it in. The lead is 13 for Iowa State. Both these teams undefeated. meeting undefeated for the first time in 21 seasons. No. Transfer from Arizona. And Feuerbach gets called for the whistle.
Jada Williams just coming off the on-ball screen, going back to the other side. This is a tough, tough fadeaway to hit.
Jada Williams replacing a 5-year starter and Emily Ryan and doing such a nice job. Even Jan Jensen this week, when she was talking about this matchup, she talked about Williams has been the missing piece. As Brown carries the three. Hayes, no. Cross court. Jackson gives it up. Williams will fire. No. Rebound. Sputters around and a whistle.
I think a lot of it is going to be on Chit Chat to try to get something going and creating her own shots.
0 for 5 from the line in this third quarter.
Team that shot 67% from the line on the season. Undefeated coming into this game, but you didn't know exactly what they were yet because their strength of schedule has not been great.
Right.
It's the best opponent by far that they've played, and they look really good.
And Bill Fennelly talked to us about that as well. The curiosity he had for this test. Jan Jensen, too.
Iowa in a zone on that possession.
Chit-Chat gets bumped. Nearly floated it in with the left hand. Right hits that free throw.
Iowa State's going to need to be intentional about taking the last shot of the quarter.
Oh, you must have epic games with Steve.
We do.
My money's on the writer.
Yeah, it should be.
They lob it in. Brown, and again, Brown gets the line here, but again, they go through and Bill Fennelly feels like it's those things that always do make a difference. His shoot around.
I mean, they work on things like boxing out at the free throw line in their shoot arounds.
Brown misses the second. Opportunity here for Iowa. They took advantage at the end of the first. Can they hear? McCabe connects. There you go. A repeat at the end of the first quarter. Still a lot of work for Iowa. Ryan Rucco, the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo with you. Third quarter, Cyclones outscored Hawkeyes 26-13. Third fewest points in any quarter this season for Iowa. As Feuerbach knocks it out of bounds. 12 on the shot clock. The 57th meeting between these schools. Crooks, easy work.
Looks like a Viking grab. Just catches, turns over one corner, and finishes inside.
Williams has a career-high 11 assists as Stolke gets that one to drop. 11 points as well. Crooks and Brown have been a terrific big three for Iowa State. Williams can't flip it in. Stolke an 11th rebound. Iowa coming the other way. Here's Chit-Chat. McCabe didn't have the space. Feuerbach looked like she got grabbed. No call. Bounce it in. Houston kicks it out. McCabe missed it right. Stolke the offensive rebound. Chit-Chat, a deep one. It is good.
Once she does, plays with such an incredible joy as well.
That rims off. Crooks is going to get called for the foul. There, a little push on Stolke. Yeah. Chit-Chat right. Leads the way with 18.
Same play that Iowa ran to start the third quarter, but better defended that time by Iowa State.
Hiding back in for Iowa. Feuerbach gets free and hits. 7-point game. Trying to get it to Crooks. Didn't have the angle. 7 to shoot. Brown guarded by Hayden, who has 4 fouls. Brown can't push it in. Stolke the rebound. Here comes Chit-Chat blazing up the floor. Feuerbach fakes the three, attacks, shovels. Hayden lays it in. Iowa State led by 17 with 43 seconds left in the third. Remember when they shot too early at the end of the third and it allowed for an Iowa three. Hare gets fouled, and Kenzie Hare will go to the line. The painted Iowa State fans behind the basket.
You want to know why I have?
Why?
Because I'm a parent of a college student. I hope they have coats when they leave the arena because it's so cold. That shows you when you go from like one mentality to a parent mentality.
I actually, during shoot around when I went back towards the bathroom, I saw them being painted. They had a huge tarp out, standing there, real process. It really is.
Amazing.
Hyden spins and finishes. It's a 4-point game. Audi Crooks is down. Taking a moment here. Williams lobs it in. Brown flags it down. Brown, little hesitation. The acceleration, and there's number 5 on Hyden.
We saw her go to her quickness, faking, driving to the basket, picking up the foul, her versatility on full display.
She's been excellent. This is the free throw line. Now on the bench, a spectator. As Jan Jensen gives some encouragement. Brown hits that free throw. Bill Fennelly's team, a 5-point lead. Hilton Coliseum has been just electric all night. Backdoor, Feuerbach gets fouled on the reverse. Feuerbach was held scoreless in 23 minutes at Rutgers on Saturday. There's the non-conference home record in the regular season. 3-point game. Williams, the crossover, the drive, can't bank it in. Crooks gets fouled, it's going to stay here.
We're missing Dee Cantner. I could look at her and see if she would be nodding in agreement or not.
Here's Brown, season 19 points for her. Crooks lays it in. Big bucket for Iowa State. Crooks has 24. 5-point lead for the Cyclones. Houston tosses it out. Stokey rummaging inside and banks it in. Hannah Stokey with some nice moments in this fourth.
And that was a nice take and fade at the end of it. We saw her earlier try to drive on Crooks and get her shot blocked.
Crooks the catch and the finish. Again, Stokey having to be so careful. McCabe gives it up to Hayes. Ava Hyden has fouled out for Iowa. Stokey the catch, the lay, won't go. The follow, no good either. A lot of contact. And Stokey couldn't get a whistle there. Unable to finish it, unable to get the trip to the line. Under 2 minutes to go. Brown, no, Crooks on the follow, can't drop it in. She was freshman in high school, was playing lower level AAU, and her high school wasn't great competition either. She would just dominate everybody. But her spirit, the kind of kid she was, and then the incredible hands and feet that she has. She had been a shot putter and a discus thrower, and he has seen the way that has aided her as a basketball player here at Iowa State. Chit-chat for 3. She got it!
Wow, to drain the 3.
A little jibber-jabber from Chit-chat, and it's a 3-point game. A career-high 21 points. Williams all the way in, couldn't finish it. Crooks can! 29 for Audi Crooks. Lead back to 5 for Iowa State. A minute to go. Right, looking for an angle. Feuerbach will drive it. Stokey evades and finishes. It's a one-possession game. 35 seconds to go. Iowa State by 3. Williams, the career-high 12 assists. And a foul. Iowa over the limit. Free throws for Williams. Williams misses. 96% on the season. Was 26 for 27. Hyden, just a spectator, is fouled out. Williams missed them both. And Iowa calls timeout. Williams, who had been 26 for 27.
Get it too if you can suck in the defenders and you can kick out for a three. But you do not have to go for the three here.
Stuelke with 4 fouls. Williams with 4 for Iowa State. They get it into Houston. Here's McCabe. Wanted the three. Wasn't there. Stuelke kicks it out. Chit-chat will drive it. Knocked it out of bounds. Stays here with Iowa. 19.4 to go. Feuerbach, who's played in many big close games, will get it in. McCabe will launch it. Denied. No foul. Hair on the rejection. And now Mackenzie Hare has made a lot of winning plays in this game. Makes another one here.
Yeah, it looks like it's completely all basketball.
Stuelke has fouled out. In the fourth quarter, they're 3 for 8. Big ones here to make it a 2-possession game. Crooks misses. Iowa 1 timeout remaining. The second one. That one is good. It's a 30-point night for Audi Crooks. Somebody's getting their first loss tonight. Feuerbach gets it in. McCabe, wide open three. No good. Rebound Brown with 11.1 to go. 11 seconds to go. Williams has to get it in. Bounces to Brown, who's fouled. Crooks 30 points, 10 rebounds. You move to Brown, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Williams, 11 points, a career high, 12 assists. Beefiest stat line as you're going to see from 3 players on a single night in college basketball.
Again, some questions coming into this game about Iowa State because of their schedule. Iowa State's legit. They are legit.
Brown, this is the second. Iowa out of timeouts. Feuerbach has to launch. Does. No. Out of bounds. That is going to do with 4.1 to go. Bill Fennelly will take a timeout.
And she just really came to play today.
4.1 remaining. Williams will inbound. Throws it into the backcourt. And Crooks travel. Lisa Williams will check in. Feuerbach. Into right. Chit-chat's three. No good. And that will do it. The Cyclones remain undefeated as they take